It's your girl Tang, baby, and I'm back. I'm back. I said I'm back, baby. Yeah, I'm back. Back with another round of dope content, awesome celebrity guests, man, up and coming artists, the new flavor. I'm talking about everything, man. I'm back. Um, this is just a pre-game opener show, you know. It's been a minute since I really sat down and just talked. You know, when I started this business, I wanted to be everywhere. I wanted to do everything. I wanted to talk to everybody. I really wanted to make it overnight. But with overnight success and actual success is two different things. The overnight fame is your microwave type of feel, you know, when you put what I'm putting out when I make my videos and I'm coming on the camera, I want to create longevity. So that's where your careers come in, your success, you know, and I want to be successful in everything I do. So I'm still learning the business. I'm still, you know, understanding what's going on and how do I become better and how do I just keep going, you know? I struggled. Ooh. The end of January marked a little dark place for the Tang Gang, baby. And I start kind of spiraling out of control where my emotions was getting the best of me. I was hurt. I was angry. I was upset. I had that I don't care type of attitude, you know, and it was unhealthy. And just about a week ago, I had an epiphany. Just last weekend, matter of fact. And I just know I'm gonna be great. I know that I'm going to be on everybody's television set. I know that What's Real brand is a $1 billion brand. And I know these things, and I think for me to being successful, I have to learn to when to accept change, and I have to learn when to say no, and I have to learn. It's a lot of things that I have to learn, but basically, I just have to learn how to live and let go, to understand the process on how life really works and the things that I really want out of life. Because I sit back and say, okay, I get a lot of money. Okay, say I get $1 million tomorrow. My mentality might be the same when I only had $1. And that's what I don't want. I don't want to just go and start blowing through stuff. I want to create a legacy. So now, if I get $1 million a day or tomorrow, I'm able to invest. I'm able to put up. I'm able to see my money double, triple, quadruple. And I guess what I'm afraid of is getting a whole lot and having the same mindset that I'm at now. And my mindset isn't fucked up. Like, I ain't out here like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the same shit. No, I'm not. But it's another thing with me about change, like just the different people that I'm messing with and their mentality and how they feel and how they think. A thing about me, I try to change people. Like, I think I can change people. Maybe that's a Pisces thing. I don't know. I didn't heard that. You know, different zodiac signs have a tendency to do certain things. But my thing is, like, I'm a nurturer. I literally want to save individuals that I love or I care for. So I find myself going an extra mile and an extra distance for certain things and expecting it back. But that's one thing about just life, love, and general and genuine people. You're only going to get back what another person is invested in their self. Like, if I'm trying to all the time fix hurt people, how am I expecting them to love me when they're hurt and they don't even see their worth. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's where I fall short at on a Richter scale, you know. But moving forward, anybody that I might have had dealings with, ties with, we ain't no longer tied or we ain't no longer dealing with each other, whether that's friends, whether that's relationships, whether that's family. Like, always know I really do love you. I really did and do appreciate the value that was put in my life when our relationship was good. But yeah, I just, now it's time to start thinking about me, you know? And I just encourage everybody to start thinking about what it is that make you happy and stop trying to kind of like get validation from other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, validate yourself. Feel confident with yourself. Like, whatever it is that you want to do, just do it. I'm dead ass. Like, I watch so many documentaries. Like, I have like this fetish when it comes to documentaries. I eat them alive. And I was watching the TLC story, and that made me want to like just start breaking down each one of their lives, and not to be like nosy, like, oh, with the no, but like I look at other people's success, especially when they've reached a certain level of success. I like to break down the process of their success. And to tell you the truth, I did not know that there was so many different aspects to that group. Like, everybody's different struggles, everybody's different upbringings, how they all just came and met in Atlanta. Like, and then I think about my own journey. I think about me coming a kid from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You know, I'm from the projects. All I know is some ghetto living. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily positive thinking. And I just knew personally I wanted better for myself. So when I seen that opportunity to leave, I left. And right away, I didn't even utilize everything that I could have utilized, you know. We all get tied up and wrapped up in stuff that we feel like is going to blanket us. And when I say that, like, all right, when you leave a situation, like me leaving my city, I didn't really have nobody. So when I met my kid's dad, I adapted to anything he was adapted to. You know, I was learning the culture and I was learning the ways of the roads and I was learning this and learning that, but I still wasn't putting out everything that I was supposed to put out until now. I mean, 3 years ago when I started What's Real, I knew I wanted something that would be mine. And at the time, I was in a group and I let them know, like, What's Real is going to be number uno. But before I got that far, there was so many trials in my life. So just to get back to the movie, it just, you know, it inspired me today. No lie. No lie. After watching that, it inspired me today to get back on the podcast, you know. And then it's another thing that inspired me today too. So y'all got beat for $2,200. And that might not seem like a lot, but I'm not balling. I'm not rich, right? So I just got beat for $2,200 with a minivan that I had, and I'm in the process of selling the van and selling my engine. You know what I'm saying? So I can go tomorrow to Toyota and get me a brand new car and have at least, you know, $1,000 and something to put on it. But that's besides the point. I was talking to the guy who's going to buy the vehicle, and he was like, yeah, I don't know you, but you got a voice that I would listen to. He said, it sounds like you should do radio or podcasts or TV. And it just, it was like God was on the phone with me, because I feel like God, he know how I operate. God knows how I operate. So I feel like he just used people as a vessel to like talk to me. My whole life, people have said, man, you should do radio. You know what I'm saying? You should do some type of podcast. You should be some type of host. You got that voice. You got that voice. You got that voice. And that's all I heard my whole life. You got that voice. You got that voice. You got that voice. So after hearing that and watching that BET reenactment of TLC, it gave me all enough juice to get on here today and just be like, what's real? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, it be little things like that for me that encourages me. I'm not that hard to encourage. Like, it only take a person to say, hey, Woo, you got something. You should do something. And I'd be like, for real? Bet. Run it. I've always been like that. So when I heard that today, I'm like, bet, run it. Let's go. We back. We back on the podcast. Let's do it. Hook the mic up. Get your light set up. Put the backdrop up, you know what I'm saying? Sit in your chair and give them you. So this is what this is, people. This is Tang Gang. Now, if y'all not familiar with Tang Gang, baby, I'm here. I'm based in Atlanta. I'm a podcast. I'm a celebrity blogger. I do a lot of stuff with the YouTube right now where some of my videos have gone up and reached over 100K. One of my videos is at 300K, and that's a milestone for me that I never thought I would be able to travel to. I'm monetized now, so I'm trying to learn more about the marketing on everything, the monetizations, the analytics, the logistics. So I'm in training just like anybody else who's starting out a business. But let me tell you something. This podcast wasn't to talk about the business that I'm in. This podcast wasn't just to be talking about me. This podcast was to inspire somebody that is on the couch right now watching a documentary, that is right now looking at their phone and inspired by somebody's content. This is for y'all, man. This is for y'all because just like you, I sat there and I didn't know what I wanted to do. And sometimes I'm discouraged. And yes, I just left a dark place in my life. But only you can be in that dark place. There's nobody in a dark place with you when you're in there. When you feeling dark, when you don't know like what steps to take or where you gonna go from here or how man, listen, it take you to make an initial step to get out that dark place and figure out how do I come closer to the light. It's almost like birth. Because when you think about it, as a baby, you are in a dark place. And I imagine you have to be a little scared, even if you don't know fear, if you hear a rumble up there or your mom arguing or something, because all you hear is this heartbeat and this voice. You know what I mean? So that you're in a dark space. And then you come out into the light and you're like, but it's a new day. So think of you, if anybody or any of my listeners right now is in a dark space, and they are looking for an outlet. You are your only outlet. Find something that encourages you. Find something that inspires you. And get up with that momentum and go. Make it happen. And I didn't start off with no money. Started off with no money. I was telling everybody I am a podcast. I didn't know when I was going to be a podcast. I just knew I am a podcast and I am going to be heard. You know? So I don't know who I'm speaking to right now, who this message is for, who needed to hear this. But I'm telling you right now, it's whatever that you want to do, you go do it and make it happen. And only you can get out that dark place. And only you can bring yourself to the light. Nobody else. And surround yourself around like-minded people. If it's something that you like. For an example, if I like music, I'm going to surround myself around artistic people. So it can bring me to an artistic state. And it brings me creativity. And I can ping ideals. Stop hanging around people that you known all your life and you feel like you might be comfortable with them because you know them. No, just because you know somebody don't make them tied to you. Undo old ways. Unlearn and relearn new things. Don't never be afraid to change. And that's coming from a person who's scared of change. You know? I'm not necessarily fond in change. And the change that I hate is the people that I might have love for or I grew to love, and then shit don't work out. Now you gotta exit. You don't want to because it's like, man, these my people. But that relationship, that tie, that intimacy is over. And the people that's in your life 9 times out of 10 might have just been for a season. Could have been for a year. Could have been a decade. But everything has an end date. And I'm not saying you can't fall in love and marry for 50 plus years and die with the person. No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is just expect change. And in a relationship that lasts that long had to have some type of change for it to last that long. Because if they stayed the same, I'm telling you, nah. But give me a sec. It's my son, y'all. Say hey, Jay.
Hey.
Say what's real.
What's real?
Yeah, so he knows I'm at work. Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
That's another thing I do. What I do. I do these to show my kids like I'm doing something. It's what I like to do. And this is what my dream is. And I encourage them to always follow their dreams. So I challenge you today to get up, do something different, or do something the same and change the way you did that. Yeah. That's my challenge to you. Listen, for more podcasts like these, if you have any topics maybe you want to discuss or talk about, definitely leave a comment in the box below. Let me know what you think and let me know what you want to talk about. And I accept special guests. Yes. This could be you in this seat. We could chop it up and have a live discussion, live conversation. We could put it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we have several streaming sites that your voice could be heard as well. I'm your girl Tang, baby, from What's Real Podcast, and I'm checking in. Let's go.